Hey everyone! Welcome to the Fluency Workshop, the place where English feels natural, practical, and fun. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Mia. Whether you're just starting your English journey or you've been learning for a while, we're really happy you're here.
If you've ever felt stuck, if you've ever forgotten words in the middle of a conversation, or if you've ever thought, maybe English is just too difficult for me, you're definitely not alone.
Trust me, almost every English learner has felt that way at some point. The good news? It doesn't have to stay that way.
Exactly. In this channel, we're not going to teach you complicated grammar first. We're not going to tell you to memorize 1,000 vocabulary words. And we're definitely not going to promise you'll become fluent in 7 days.
Yeah, because that's just not how language learning works. Instead, we're going to show you methods that actually help people improve their English in real life.
Methods you can use every single day. Methods that don't require expensive courses. And methods that make English feel less like homework and more like part of your life.
So if you're ready to build real confidence, improve your speaking, and enjoy learning English, you're in the right place.
All right, let's get started. Mia, can I ask you something?
Sure. What's on your mind?
What's the #1 question people ask about learning English?
Oh, that's easy. How can I learn English fast? I hear that question all the time.
Me too. And honestly, I think it's the wrong question.
Really? Why do you say that?
Because when people say fast, what they usually mean is, I don't want to waste my time. And honestly, I understand that. Nobody wants to study for years without seeing progress.
Exactly. People aren't lazy. They just want to know they're learning the right way.
Right. So maybe the better question is, how can I learn English effectively?
Ooh, I like that. Because effective learning leads to faster progress. Not overnight, but much faster than following random tips on the internet.
Speaking of random tips, have you ever seen those videos that say, learn English in 7 days?
Of course. Or speak like a native in 30 days.
Or my favorite, memorize these 50 words and you'll be fluent.
If it were that easy, everyone would already speak English.
Exactly. Here's the truth. Learning English isn't about finding one magic trick. It's about building the right habits. Small habits, repeated every day.
Kind of like going to the gym. You don't become stronger after one workout. You become stronger because you keep showing up.
That's a perfect example. Learning English works the same way. One conversation, one podcast, one video, one page, every single day.
And here's something many learners don't realize. Your brain learns a language through exposure. The more English you hear, the more familiar it becomes. The more familiar it becomes, the easier it is to understand. And when you understand more, speaking becomes much easier.
Exactly. That's why today's video isn't about shortcuts. It's about what actually works. Because honestly, the real way is faster than the fake way.
I love that. The real way is faster than the fake way. That's actually true.
All right. Now, let's talk about something that almost every English learner does. And honestly, I used to do it too.
Me too. I think we've all made these mistakes. The important thing is recognizing them, because once you know them, they're much easier to fix.
Exactly. So, mistake number 1. Trying to learn everything at once.
Oh, wow. That's a big one. Grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, idioms, phrasal verbs, slang, business English, academic English. That's exhausting just thinking about it.
Right? Imagine going to a restaurant and the waiter says, "Here's the menu." Then you reply, "I'll take everything." That's impossible.
Exactly. Your brain works the same way. If you try to learn 100 things today, you'll probably remember maybe 5.
And tomorrow, you'll remember 2.
If you're lucky.
Instead, learn a little. Understand it. Use it. Then move on. Slow progress is still progress.
Here's another one. Only studying, but never speaking.
That's like learning how to swim by reading books.
Exactly. You can read every swimming book in the world, but until you get into the water, you don't really know how to swim.
English is exactly the same. Reading is important. Listening is important. Grammar is important. But speaking, that's where confidence grows.
And here's something interesting. Many learners say, "I'm afraid of making mistakes." Can I tell you a secret?
Go ahead.
Everybody makes mistakes, even native speakers.
That's true. Sometimes I forget words. Sometimes I say the wrong thing. Sometimes I start a sentence, and halfway through, I completely change my mind. It happens.
Exactly. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is communication. If people understand you, you're already succeeding.
Let's imagine something. You're traveling. You walk into a coffee shop. You want a cup of coffee. What's better? Staying silent because you're afraid? Or saying, "Hi, can I have a coffee, please?"
Definitely the second one. Even if your pronunciation isn't perfect, people will understand you, and every conversation makes you better.
That's the beautiful part. Confidence doesn't come first. Practice comes first. Confidence comes after.
I really like that. Can you say it again?
Of course. Practice first, confidence later.
That's something everyone should remember.
Now, let's talk about one of my favorite mistakes. Translating every single word.
Oh, yes. I used to do that all the time.
Imagine someone says, "What's up?" And you immediately open a dictionary. You search for up, then what's. By the time you finish, the conversation is already over.
Exactly. Some expressions have special meanings. What's up usually just means, how are you? Or what's happening? Not, look at the sky.
Exactly. That's why learning phrases is much better than learning single words. Let's practice together. Ready?
I'm ready.
If someone says, "How's it going?" What can you say? Maybe, "I'm doing well,"
Or, I'm good, thanks.
or "pretty good."
Or even, not bad. They're all natural, they're all common, and they're easy to remember.
Mia, can I ask you something?
Sure.
If someone studies English for 5 hours, one day every week, is that better than studying 30 minutes every day?
Most people would probably say 5 hours because it's more time. But honestly, I choose 30 minutes every day.
Me too. Consistency beats intensity.
That's a great sentence. Let's say it one more time. Consistency beats intensity.
Because when you study every day, English becomes part of your routine. And routines are powerful.
Ryan, do you remember when you tried learning 10 new words every morning?
Don't remind me.
Come on, tell them.
All right. On Monday, I learned 10 words. Tuesday, another 10. Wednesday, another 10. By Friday, someone asked me, "So, what did you learn this week?" And my brain said, "Loading."
That's exactly what happens when we learn too much at once.
Now I learn fewer words, but I actually use them. And guess what? I remember them. So today, we've learned 3 important things. Don't try to learn everything at once. Don't be afraid to speak. And don't translate every single word.
Instead, learn a little every day. Listen a lot. Speak as much as you can. And remember, mistakes are part of learning.
In the next part, we're going to show you a simple daily routine. No expensive courses, no complicated schedule, just a practical plan that almost anyone can follow.
And honestly, I think it's my favorite part of today's video.
Mine too. So grab a notebook, or maybe just your favorite cup of coffee, and let's build an English routine that actually works. Welcome back. So far, we've talked about the biggest mistakes English learners make. Now, let's answer the question everyone wants to know. What should you actually do every day?
Yes, because it's one thing to know what not to do, but it's much more helpful to know exactly what to do.
Exactly. And here's the best part. This routine doesn't take 5 hours a day. You don't need expensive courses. You don't need to be a genius. You just need to be consistent.
I like that word, consistent. It's a big word, but the idea is actually very simple. It means doing something regularly, even if it's just a little every day.
Exactly. Think of brushing your teeth. You don't brush your teeth for 5 hours on Saturday, then skip the rest of the week. That wouldn't make much sense.
No, definitely not. You do it every day because small daily habits create big results.
And learning English works the same way. So, step number 1, listen to English every single day.
Wait, every single day? Even for beginners?
Absolutely. Especially for beginners. Your ears need time to get used to English. At first, everything sounds fast. Everything sounds connected. Sometimes it feels like people are speaking one very long word.
That's exactly how I felt when I first started learning another language. I thought, are they even taking a breath?
I know that feeling. But something amazing happens. The more you listen, the more your brain starts recognizing patterns. Little by little, English becomes clearer.
And here's an important tip. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. Understanding every single word isn't the goal. Understanding the main idea, that's enough.
Exactly. Imagine watching your favorite movie. You don't remember every sentence, but you understand the story. That's how listening practice should feel. Now, let's talk about my favorite exercise, shadowing.
That sounds interesting. What exactly is shadowing?
It's very simple. You listen to a native speaker, and you repeat what they say almost immediately, like an echo.
Oh, so if someone says, "Good morning, how are you today?" I immediately repeat, "Good morning, how are you today?"
Exactly. Don't worry about sounding perfect. Just copy the rhythm, copy the pronunciation, copy the pauses.
So basically, become someone's shadow.
Exactly. That's actually where the name comes from. You're following the speaker, just like a shadow follows a person. All right, let's try it together. Ready?
Ready.
Listen carefully. I'd like a cup of coffee, please. Now, repeat it.
Great! One more time. I'd like a cup of coffee, please. Very nice. Now, let's make it a little more natural. I'd like a cup of coffee, please. Notice how smooth it sounds. Not too fast, not too slow, just relaxed.
Exactly. Remember, you're not racing anyone. You're training your mouth. Now, here's something that completely changed the way I learned languages. Stop memorizing random words. Start learning phrases. Can you give us an example?
Can you give us an example?
Sure. Imagine you learn the word busy. That's useful. But now imagine you learn the phrase, I'm a little busy right now. That's even better because it's something you can actually say in real life.
Exactly. Or instead of only learning the word hungry, learn I'm getting hungry. Or I'm starving. Although maybe don't say I'm starving every 5 minutes.
Yeah, people might think you haven't eaten in a week.
Ryan, can I ask something? What if someone doesn't have anyone to practice with?
That's a great question. And honestly, a lot of people have that problem. But here's the good news. You don't always need another person.
Really?
Really? Talk to yourself.
That sounds a little funny.
It does, but it works. Look around your room. Describe what you see. I'm sitting at my desk. My laptop is open. I have a cup of coffee. The weather looks nice today. You're practicing English, and nobody is judging you.
I actually love that idea because there's no pressure. You can stop, think, correct yourself, and keep going.
Exactly. The goal isn't to impress anyone. The goal is to get comfortable speaking. Here's another habit that can make a huge difference. Start thinking in English.
That sounds difficult.
At first, maybe, but let's keep it simple. Don't translate everything. Instead, think about easy things. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I need some water. This food smells delicious. Small thoughts. simple sentences.
Oh, I like that. Because you're using English naturally, not translating from another language.
Exactly. And the more you think in English, the faster your brain starts responding in English.
Ryan, can I tell everyone what I think is the biggest secret?
Of course.
Most people believe they need more motivation. But honestly, I think they need better habits.
Wow, that's a really good point. Because motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel excited. Some days you don't.
Exactly. But habits stay. Even on days when you don't feel like studying, you still do a little. Maybe 10 minutes. Maybe 15. And that's enough.
Because 10 minutes every day is much more powerful than 3 hours once a week. So, if I had to recommend one daily routine, it would look something like this. 5 minutes of listening, 5 minutes of shadowing, 10 minutes of speaking, 5 new phrases, and 1 short English video. That's it.
That actually sounds manageable. It's not overwhelming. It's realistic. And most people can fit it into their day.
Exactly. Learning English shouldn't feel impossible. It should feel like something you can actually enjoy. So today, we didn't talk about shortcuts. We talked about habits, because habits create results.
Listen every day. Practice speaking every day. Learn phrases. Think in English. And don't worry about being perfect. Just keep moving forward.
In our final part, we're going to put everything together. We'll give you a simple 30-day challenge, share the mindset that successful learners have, and leave you with one message that could completely change the way you learn English.
Haha, and I have a feeling that's going to be everyone's favorite part.
I hope so. Let's finish strong. Welcome back. If you've been watching from the beginning, first of all, thank you. Seriously. You're already doing something that many people don't do. You're investing in yourself. And that's something you should be proud of.
Absolutely. Learning a language isn't always easy. There will be days when you feel confident. And there will also be days when you think, I'm not improving. We've all been there.
Oh, definitely. I still remember those days. I'd study for an hour. Then someone would ask me a simple question, and my mind would go completely blank.
Yes. Then 5 minutes later, you'd suddenly remember the answer.
Exactly. I'd be walking home thinking, oh, that's what I should have said.
I think every language learner has experienced that. And if that's happened to you, don't worry. It's completely normal.
Can I tell you something interesting? Learning English is a little like growing a tree.
What do you mean?
Imagine you plant a tiny seed today. Tomorrow, you look at it. Nothing. The next day, still nothing. After a week, almost nothing. You might think, this isn't working. But underground, the roots are growing, even though you can't see them.
Wow. I really like that example because English works the same way. Sometimes your brain is learning even when you don't notice it.
Exactly. Then, one day, you watch a movie. And suddenly, you understand a sentence that confused you last month. Or someone speaks English to you, and you answer without translating. That's when you realize you've been growing all along.
Ryan, can we talk about something that I think hurts a lot of learners?
Of course.
Comparing yourself to other people.
That's a big one.
Maybe you see someone speaking perfect English on YouTube, or someone says, I became fluent in 6 months, and suddenly you start thinking, why am I so slow?
But here's the thing. You don't know their story. Maybe they've been learning for 10 years. Maybe they studied abroad. Maybe they speak another language already. Everyone starts from a different place.
Exactly. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday.
That's it. If you know 5 more words today than you knew last month, that's progress. If you're a little more confident today, that's progress. If you're less afraid to speak, that's progress. Celebrate those little wins, because little wins become big victories. All right, are you ready for a challenge?
I love challenges. Let's do it.
For the next 30 days, don't try to be perfect. Just show up every day. Here's your mission. Listen to English for at least 15 minutes. Speak English for at least 10 minutes. Learn 5 useful phrases. And review yesterday's phrases before learning new ones. That's it.
Notice something? There's nothing complicated. No giant vocabulary lists. No studying until 2 in the morning. Just simple habits. Every single day.
And if you miss one day, don't quit. Just continue the next day. One missed day doesn't ruin your progress. Giving up does.
I like that. Life happens. Sometimes you're busy. Sometimes you're tired. That's okay. Just don't stop completely.
Imagine you plant a tiny seed today. Tomorrow, you look at it, nothing. The next day, still nothing. After a week, almost nothing. You might think, this isn't working. But underground, the roots are growing, even though you can't see them.
Ryan, can I ask you something honestly?
Always.
If someone practices every day, how long will it take to become fluent?
I knew that question was coming. The honest answer? It depends. Everyone learns at a different speed. Some people improve faster. Some people need more time. And that's perfectly okay.
So there isn't a magic number?
No. But I can promise you this. If you practice the right way, you'll become better than you are today. And that's what really matters.
I love that answer. Because learning English isn't a race. It's a journey.
Before we finish, I'd like to share one sentence with everyone watching.
Go for it.
Don't study English. Live English.
I love that. Can you explain what you mean?
Of course. Listen to English while you're cooking. Watch YouTube in English. Change your phone's language to English. Think in English. Write a short journal in English. Use English a little every day. When English becomes part of your life, learning becomes much easier.
That's such a simple idea. Instead of asking, when should I study English? Ask, how can I bring English into my daily life? That's a completely different way of thinking.
Exactly. And honestly, that's when real progress begins.
If you remember only 3 things from today's video, remember these. Don't chase shortcuts. Build daily habits. And don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Because every mistake teaches you something. Every conversation makes you stronger. And every day you keep going, you're one step closer to becoming a confident English speaker.
We're really excited to be part of your English journey. Whether you're learning from Ethiopia, Brazil, Japan, India, or anywhere else in the world, welcome to the Fluency Workshop. This is a place where we learn together, one conversation at a time.
And remember, you don't have to be perfect to start. You just have to start.
If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next English lesson. Every week, we'll bring you real conversations, useful vocabulary, listening practice, pronunciation tips, and simple ways to help you speak English with confidence.
And here's a little challenge before you leave. Write one sentence in English in the comments. It can be anything. Tell us where you're from, why you're learning English, or even just say hello. We'll be reading your comments, and we'd love to hear from you.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. Keep practicing. Keep believing in yourself. And most importantly, keep speaking English.
Take care, everyone. We'll see you in the next conversation.
Until next time,
Keep learning
keep speaking
and keep growing.